Hello, I'm Svitek, 360 Creative Coach. And in this episode, I want to really kind of discuss and self-reflect on a notion that comes from Simon Sinek, which is that we over-index rugged individualism, and we have whole sections of bookstores and libraries for self-help, but none for help others. And I really want to kind of think about this because, like all things in life, this is kind of the aspect of it. No one really believes that they're bad, right? Certainly, when you even look at the insurrectionists that went into the Capitol, they truly believe themselves as patriots, right? So a lot of evils in the world really are otherwise good values just taken to an extreme. And so the reason I want to consider this is because, at least in my circle of what I see, whether on social media, with friends and so forth, I'm seeing people hide behind this net of self-care, and it's like a license to just absolve themselves of helping others. And listen, we all need to take care of ourselves. I am a firm believer in the idea that you have to put on your mask first and then help others. But at the same time, there's this deeper, when you really kind of explore it, and this is why Simon Sinek's work is really fascinating, is he really does a lot of research with the military, because those are life and death situations most times. And or like firefighters and things of that nature. And one of the things, he says when people kind of go into danger, they do it because of something beyond themselves. There's this belief that other people would do it for me, so I must do it for them. And I don't think it's something we talk enough about. And we really should. 2020 was a hard year in all of us. And I get it, a lot of us want to just kind of relax and veg out, and we are entitled to rest. But resting is different than quitting. You can't quit on your friends and family and stuff like that. You can have your boundaries and say, I'm not available right now. But you can't not be there for people when they really, really deep down need you. I mean, I know it's a fine line to walk, I get that. But for me, even if, and again, I'm not necessarily saying this is the right way or I'm advocating for this 100%, but the way I look at it, if someone called me, I knew they were going through something, even if I was at a 2 out of 10, I would pick up. I really would. And, I'd let them know, like, you're not going to get the best version of me, but I'll give you everything I got. Because I think that's what makes us human, right? One of the things we learned, I hope we learned, I learned in 2020, is that we really are interdependent on each other. We have over-indexed rugged individualism. And we should be there for one another. And so I will be there for somebody to the extent that I can, as much as I can, because I believe that, and I've experienced it, right? It's not just I believe, I've experienced it. People have been there for me when I've needed them the most. And that is something that we need to consider, because there's never going to be a point in time where you're going to be 100% and things like that. The life is, there's duality. It's the yin and yang, It's always going to be, there's going to be, amazing opportunities and many things to be grateful for, but then there's always going to be things that need to be done that aren't as wonderful. There's people suffering from COVID, there's people in financial hardships, there's people that are starving, all this, and that has been ever present in the world. But there are also many beautiful things about the world. And it is this duality that we have to contend with. And so to think that you will ascertain this enlightenment and, it's like, oh, cool, I'm good to go for the rest of my life. And no, that's not how this works. And I also believe by helping others, you know, that old cliche thing, you do help yourself. I certainly, you know, it applies to my life is what I'm saying. You know, and kind of really a wonderful thing. I forget who said it. I'm blanking on it right now, so I apologize for that. But life is not a solo sport, and we don't always know the players. It's like, wait, what? The first part sounds fine and good, but what about the second part? Like, that kind of sounds weird. We don't know all the players. It's like, no, that is a good thing. Because I look at it in this way. I can't even begin to see the impact I've had on other people's lives. And I've experienced this where, like, someone has, you know, I'm down now, and someone is there to pick me up because I did one simple thing for them in the past. And I'm like, wait, that was nothing. And you hold on to that? They're like, yeah, that meant something to me. I'm like, okay, holy shit. And they're there for me when I didn't even expect it, right? They were the unknown player, but they came in exactly when I needed them to. And I know, conversely, you know, there's people in my life that have done a very simple thing that I value deeply, and I wish I could let them fully know how much that has meant to me, even a small interaction. And maybe one day I will get to repay some of these people, but that's the beauty of life. We don't know we will never know the impact we have on someone else's lives. And so all the more reason, you know, the idea that doing the right thing is always the right thing to do, or something therein, right? So if you just always do your best and you always do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, then you really can't go wrong, can you? Right? And I think we need to emphasize this a little bit more, to swing the pendulum just a little bit towards the balanced center, because you know, the whole idea of things like yoga and meditation and so forth is really to get you in a place so you can be able to help and serve others. Not so you can shut yourself off and deny the hardships of the world. The world needs you just like you need it. That's the yin and yang that we have to accept within our lives. That's what makes great art. You know, how can we be great artists if we do not recognize this truth? Truth with a capital T. That's my message to you. Let me know if you have any questions. You know, if you have thoughts of your own, I'm sure you do. You can hit me up down in the comment section or on social media at Svitek. I would love to chat with you and explore this further. Likewise, if there's some people in your life who you think would benefit from this message, then please share it with them. I know it would mean a lot to me. Thank you, and I hope to see you next time.